And he's back. Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report, with former Raiders great defensive tackle Johnathan Hankins on an interview. Going to be going through a bunch of questions about the 2026 offseason and, of course, the Super Bowl. Hank, it's great to have you back here, my guy. Anything you want to drop here that you're thinking about maybe going forward with, and where can people find you on social media?
So right now, obviously, I have a podcast called Big Time Talks. Interview, NFL guys, NBA guys. Now about to start interviewing high school guys now that they're able to get some money, which is crazy. The NIL deal is pretty insane. But really just trying to dive into this content space and, just kind of give my opinion on sports and just really just to have a voice out there and give, fans like you, people back home, an inside look of, what it's like to be an NFL player and obviously, maybe what's after NFL. But really excited for this new avenue. Thrilled to be able to talk about sports, something I'm passionate about, and it's happy to be here for the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, the Super Bowl's been crazy. We've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people, and I think one of the things that I've always appreciated about you, we were literally outside yesterday. I'm like, oh, shit, that's my guy, Hank. And, you don't really realize how down-to-earth a lot of people are. And the one thing I've always respected about you, everybody that you worked with, is how down-to-earth you are and how you're like, bro, I put my pants on the same way. Yours are a little bit bigger than mine.
I just got a helmet on. When I don't get that on, I'm just a regular guy, just like you. You know what I mean? I'm human. Obviously being in sports, it kind of heightens everything. But at the end of the day, man, I'm no different than nobody else. So I always try to keep that approach, that mindset, and just respect everybody. No matter if you're a high-level player or, somebody rich or famous. I was always taught to treat everybody the same.
And that's everything I heard about anybody that ever played with you, worked with you. My first question is around Klint Kubiak. What are your thoughts on the Raiders bringing in Klint to be their new head coach? Obviously, you've worked with a bunch of different coaches with your Raiders time. But what do you think about Klint? What do you think about him in the building?
I'm excited for that hire. Obviously, it would have been nice for him to, put together a run with the Seahawks. But I think he's what the Las Vegas need, man. A great guy, a guy that knows the X's and O's. It's obviously a bonus him being the offensive coordinator to be able to, whichever quarterback he has for this upcoming season to
We don't know.
We don't know for sure.
Hank, bro.
We don't know for sure, but I think he's a tremendous asset. Once I heard the news, I was happy. Obviously, I'm a Raider. Always be a Raider for life. But
respect it.
The amount of talent that they got over there, having Max Crosby over there, I think that's something Raider Nation really needed to have. And Mark Davis did an amazing hire. Definitely shocked a lot of people. Obviously, the news, I think, broke last week or sometime this week during the Super Bowl. But I think Raider Nation's in good hands.
You had the opportunity, obviously, this past year. You're with Seattle, got to work with Klint a little bit. You mentioned, though, Max Crosby.
Yes.
Not a lot of speculation here at Media Row that Max is going to be traded. Do you think Max Crosby retires a Raider?
I believe he retired as a Raider.
You think he plays his whole entire career as a Raider? Maybe that's the better question.
One thing I will say, because I spoke to him and I told him, it's always a dream to play for one team your whole career.
Yep.
And I'm sure that's always been his mindset. But when I left and I went to Dallas and played there for a couple years, just kind of seeing how things played out since I've been gone. Obviously, the Josh McDaniels thing didn't work.
Yep. Say the least.
AP really, to me personally, I didn't think he really got enough time to really try to turn that thing around. We in this this culture and environment for coaches that, you need instant success.
Yep.
And I believe, at some point you do need to show some type of progress and have some success, but at some point you need to allow these coaches time to really get the team to understand what the goals are, how you want to attack guys, and just like create a stable foundation. So having Klint there, man, probably one of the best hires of this coaching cycle, I would say. But
agreed.
To be able to, have a guy like Max Crosby, do we think he's going to stay there and play his whole year? I'm not sure how much time Max think he has left. And I'm sure for Raider Nation, they would love for him to stay. But I wouldn't mind for him to come over to the Seahawks if that would be possible. But
don't do that, Hank.
I don't know.
I mean, all right, let's talk about this then, right? You bring up Seattle. Glazer the other day in a report said that he thinks that the Raiders could potentially get more than what the Cowboys got from Micah Parsons. 2 first-round picks and a Pro Bowl player caliber. Do you think if you're the Las Vegas Raiders, you're in that room with Tom Brady, John Spytek, and now your new head coach, Klint Kubiak, is that a trade that you do? Do you think if a team said, hey, I'll give you 2 first-round picks, 2026, 2027, and a Pro Bowl caliber player for Max Crosby, if you're the Raiders, would you do it?
No. I wouldn't trade Max Crosby if I'm the Raiders.
Okay.
Now, that's not up to me, or I'm not sure how Max feeling at the time, but all I can remember is when they traded away Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I couldn't, obviously when I signed him, he was already gone, but to think I would have the opportunity to play with Khalil Mack and the type of player he was, obviously you can say that trade, helped the Raiders, but I won't make that mistake a second time. So if I'm the Raiders, I would not, trade Max Crosby. That's probably one of the best cornerstone players for the team, and
in all the NFL.
I still think he got a lot to prove, and it's going to take some time. And
I got you.
Nah,
you now. How
me
about
being
this?
a Raider guy, that hurt.
Well, I know you said you're a Raiders guy. Your first, you started with Giants was 2013, 2016, Colts 2017, Raiders 2018 to 2022, Cowboys 2023, 2024, Seahawks this past season, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you. I do my homework. No, you've always been one of my guys. But you've played on a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
You've played on a lot of different head coaches. You had you had Gruden.
Yep.
Then you went to McDaniels. What's something that you think this current Raiders team, there's going to be a lot of pieces moving around, what's something this current Raiders team can learn from Klint Kubiak that you're like, you know what, we need to apply this going forward? Because you're right, there's got to be a time where we can't just keep hiring and firing guys.
Yeah.
So give me something that you think that this current Raiders team can learn from Klint, or maybe something that a successful team that you've been a part of that you're like, that's how that locker room was. Because that's where this team needs to get going. We just got to get it going in the right direction.
I think just the traits that he have, obviously on the offensive coordinator, the play calling is something he's doing at a very high level.
Very.
But just as a head coach, him being part of the coaching tree he was with, his dad, obviously,
Gary
Kubiak was an amazing coach and offensive coordinator. For everything that I spoke to him and seen and heard about, just seemed like a great coach. Mike McDaniels brought him in for a reason.
Facts.
And for him to obviously get the opportunity to become a head coach and shows, the Las Vegas Raiders how he can run the organization and then improve the team. I think we're going to just have to wait and see. But tremendous coach, tremendous man, tremendous father. And, we got to give him some time.
Facts. So you didn't say, I think Fernando Mendoza is going to be the next quarterback of the Raiders. Shocking, breaking news, I know. You kind of were like, how about this? You had the opportunity to work with Derek Carr.
Yes.
Derek's kind of thrown out some of the things where he said, hey, man, if the Raiders wanted me to be a mentor to Fernando, that he would do it. I have been on the fence of, if you bring in a guy like Derek, you know how much Raider Nation loves that guy.
Yes.
But if you draft Mendoza, you got to make sure that he is your guy.
He's got to be the guy.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, Derek Carr comes to the Raiders. Do you think it would be better for him to be a quarterback backup mentor, maybe a quarterback coach, or do you think, don't even bring Derek into this situation?
I would say if you bring a Derek Carr in to be a coach or a mentor, I think it would be good. Definitely a huge, mentor for if they do draft Mendoza. I think it would be huge. But as far as if he was to come and try to play, that wouldn't make sense.
I don't
that'd be a lot of drama for no reason.
That's the Raiders.
I'm sure Raider Nation are tired of all the drama, all the craziness. But I'm a big fan of Mendoza, man. But one, we need to know if this is a great fit for him or a great situation. I'm sure you didn't watch film on him. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, what are some key things that you see that would translate to the second level?
So I actually got a video. It'll be coming out Saturday.
Don't spill the beans all the way
Well, no, you're
down.
good. It's why I think he's the perfect fit for Kubiak. And Kubiak lists what he looks for in a perfect quarterback for him. He talks about accuracy, talks about decision making, talks about just being a high level processor. And to me, Mendoza's a winner, right? Like 6'5", 225. He might not be able to do all the crazy running. I remember I talked to you a few years ago. I go, like, talk to me about Patrick Mahomes. And Mahomes is an insane athlete, and I'm not comparing Mendoza to Mahomes, but Mahomes always had that
Mendoza is up there. We got to give him credit. He's up there.
Mendoza's a winner, though.
Yeah.
And, like, to me, like, that's a big part of, like, what I want in this Raiders room, in this culture, because I do think winning can be contagious. Yeah. And you bring in a guy that's just all about winning, says the right things, does the right things, and a franchise quarterback, to me, is not only a guy where he does X, Y, Z well. He's a dude that makes the other 52 players on that roster better. And I think that's why I want Mendoza to be the next Raiders quarterback, because he's going to make everybody better. And then I just think the fit with Klint, with that offense, the synergy, right? Little Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers action, get it going. Like, I do think the Raiders are a lot closer. Plus, on top of that, you got over $100 million in salary cap space.
A lot of cheese.
10 total draft picks.
Yep.
I mean, if you were the Raiders, would you make the agreement that if you plan on drafting Mendoza, the number one thing you need to invest in this offseason? Offensive line.
Offensive line, maybe another defensive lineman.
I mean, as a former defensive tackle, when you go up against the O-line that's dominant, and you get a running back like Genty, Bowers, you get a rookie quarterback, I mean, like, what does that do to your mentality as a defensive player?
Man, it's tough, man. One, you're going against, a team that got an amazing offensive line. That's one problem. Two, you got Genty back there. That's another problem.
Real deal.
And then three, if you have Mendoza, a guy that's just firing at all cylinders, understand how to run the offense, just a great player from just the interviews I hear from him. I think that's a great recipe. Now that you explain all the traits from Mendoza, I can kind of see it now. I can kind of see why everybody's saying he's a good chance he might go to the Raiders. Just his energy, his passion, if you can merge that on the defensive side with Max Crosby, I believe within a year or two, we could potentially see them here at the Super Bowl.
Did you have the opportunity when you were playing? I don't quite remember. Was Rob Leonard your defensive line coach?
Rob.
So it came out today the Raiders are going to retain Rob.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
Congrats.
I've always thought Rob is one of the best, most underappreciated coaches in all of the NFL. Talk to me about Rob, because I've always been a big advocate for him, and like I want the Raiders to keep him. Can you talk to me about your experience with Rob Leonard? Because I've always heard just nothing but positive things about him.
It was amazing with Rob. I remember the first day I got there, trying to learn the playbook. Obviously, I signed, I think, the second week of the season with the Raiders when Gruden was there.
I just know you signed in 2018 because you came out from Indy.
I came in second week of the season. We played against Denver. It was the hottest it's ever been in Denver. And
Mile high.
Originally, I was just supposed to get about 10 plays, and the guy that was in front of me, I guess he obviously wasn't performing at a high level. And I obviously went out there, did what I had to do. That 10 plays turned into 50 plays.
Oh, yeah.
And when you coming right off the street, don't get me wrong, I was doing my best to stay in shape. I was winded out there. But he helped me transition well. Obviously, the verbiage, the names of the plays. At the end of the day, he's an amazing coach. Technique-wise, he sees the game. He understands the game. He's been around a lot of great coaches. So for him to be able to get the opportunity and show what he can do, I think it's going to benefit him. The players, and the Raiders organization.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So we're here for a reason. It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You started the season this year with Seattle. Are you going to get a ring? You better get a ring, right? I mean, am I crazy for thinking motherfucker better get a ring?
I'm telling you, it'll be amazing if I have the opportunity to get the ring. But at the end of the day, man, I'm really here to just support my brothers.
Facts.
Obviously I battled with them all last year. I was there for OTAs. I was there in training camp. Obviously, I was trying to rehab to come back and play. Obviously, the pain wasn't necessarily going away, so I had to get the surgery. I had the opportunity to probably get the surgery and come back later, but playing 13 years or 12 years, whatever you want to call it, at some point the body kind of tends to talk to you and let you know. But if you would ask me today, would I suit up and play if I had the chance to? 100%.
Yeah.
And ring or no ring, man, I'm just excited to be a part of that process. Through the first year, and to see them evolve the second year, and see the young guys that I spoke to, that to really come into form, man. I'm just thrilled. I'm proud of the guys. So, if I get the ring, it's amazing. If not, It's nice to say I was a part of that team in some way, and I feel like it's mutual. Whenever I'm around the team, I was actually at the conference championship game. I got to go on the field, experience everything that I always dreamed about. So if they pull it through Sunday and we win this thing,
You said we.
Yeah.
Are you going with them? You going with Seattle? Hell yeah.
Got to go with Seattle. I ain't going with New England. You know what I mean?
I'm just making sure.
No.
I'm just making sure.
No.
McDaniels just won, basically, what was it, coordinator of the year, so I know.
He did?
Yeah, well, he's in New England. It's a lot different now.
I feel like coach of the year should definitely went to Mike McDaniel.
Well, no. Coach of the year, I'm saying coordinator of the year.
No, I get that.
Coordinator of the year, shit. I think it should have went to Klint or Dirty.
No, for real.
I mean, you look at that Seattle defense. I mean, we're Raiders. I'm talking here. I would love for the silver and black to be able to bring over a guy like Dirty. I mean, even like Carl Scott. I love Carl Scott. I've always been a big fan of him. Justin Hins, I believe, is also the defensive line coach over there. He's been doing a lot of work. You guys are getting after it with 4.
Amazing.
Are there any other coaches in Seattle that you're like, if I was the Raiders, could we bring them on over here to the silver and black? Is there any other guys?
That's going to be tough. We got some heavy hitters on the defensive side. We got KP, linebackers coach. Obviously, we got AD, which is the defensive coordinator. That's been getting some buzz. When you put a team and a coach and stuff like that together on the defensive side, obviously I'm a defensive player, it's hard to see coaches leave. And obviously, coaches got, choices to make and understanding how far they want to take their careers. But me being a Seahawk, repping the 12 Nation, I prefer those guys to stay on that side. You know what I mean? You already got the head coach.
All right.
You know what I mean?
You can be greedy. I mean, shit, man. We haven't won anything in a long time. I'm going to be greedy if I can be greedy. So how about this? I'll give you one more question here. Give me your Super Bowl score. Tell me who's going to be the MVP. And then, again, man, I really appreciate all your time that you always pull up.
I don't want to be too cocky, but
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I'll probably say it'd probably be 28-6.
All right.
Listen here. That's just.
I said 31. I said 31-20. I mean, you're going on a whole nother level.
Here.
All right. I like it.
Like I've been telling everybody here all week. If we can stop them from running the ball,
okay,
I don't think they have no chance to pass the ball. I don't think they have no chance to stop that pass rush.
Let's go.
You hear me? Like the amount of depth, the linebacker play, the secondary. It's going to be a lot to handle. But
you heard anything on Eamon Warrior? You think he's good to go? I mean, he got a little.
I believe he'd be good to go.
Okay.
He's a tough dude, man. You brought Emir up. When I first saw this guy, I wasn't sure if he was a linebacker, if he was a DN,
he's an alien,
if he's a safety. I haven't seen nothing like that in a while, and I'm praying and I'm hoping he's going to be healthy enough to go out there and play to his maximal potential out there. But there's just so much depth on the defensive side. So, hopefully he's able to go. If not, we got a guy that's just as good, that's ready to showcase what they can do, and it won't be much of a drop-off. But I definitely think he will not miss this game.
No way.
He's not 100% or not. He's definitely going to go out there and give it his all. So,
hell yeah.
It's going to be a good week, man.
It's been a great week.
Got to give New England credit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They
have to.
Mike
Vrabel
they surprised a lot of people. I'm a big fan of that defensive line. I love the guy that they signed
Milton
Williams. He's been having an amazing playoff game. And the 2 playoff games the Patriots played, the defense has been playing lights out. So to say it's going to be a blowout like that, I'm kind of speaking
That's all right.
both ways. I'm out of my mouth. But it's really going to really determine who can stop the run. And
Seattle's, I mean, that defense is the biggest reason I think why they are in this game, and that's saying a lot because of how great Klint is, that entire offensive side of the football, and the balanced Darnold that they're able to show on a daily, weekly, play basis. But huge shout out. I won't take up any more of your time. Johnathan Hankins, one of my favorite guests here, and loser in a competitive cheeseburger eating contest at one point. Dude,
that was rough.
I mean,
you practiced for that for probably a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I just went in there and just tried to wing it. And
I mean, if you would rather do wings, we can do wings.
I think we probably should have done wings. Well, I'm gonna need a rematch for that.
All right. Well,
you know what I mean?
You pick a charity. We'll get it set up, and
Okay.
we'll do a competitive eating contest. I got to get you at the Chat Sports Studios. We're a little bit bigger.
I got to come out there in Dallas and check you out, man.
Oh, yeah,
Got to
man.
see the setup. You've been doing amazing, man. I'm not going to lie. You've definitely been one of the most, the best content creator for the Raiders. Obviously, Samoan Kid is a Samoan man is good as well, but for some reason you always popping up on my social medias, always up to date with the breaking news. I wish you nothing but success, and you never know. Monday you might be on the ESPN's side.
Hey, man, I think at the end of the day, I love what I'm doing. I think one of the things I'm most proud of is how much, Chat Sports has really grown over the past few years, where it was 4 people back in 2018, and now, we're at 50-plus full-time employees. I think it's one of the things I'm the most proud of, and, I'm sure there's a lot of players that you've helped in your career, being a, 13-year NFL vet, 12-year NFL vet, and you probably feel like, oh, I see a guy like Max. I see a guy out there doing this thing. You're like, you know what? I remember when I was that vet in that locker room, that presence, because when you're a part of a Raiders team that's got the amount of turnover from a coaching staff, you do really look at a veteran like yourself. And I always wish that you would have stayed a Raider for life. I was heartbroken when you got traded to Dallas. My wife, who's a Cowboys fan, she was pretty happy. She's like, isn't that the guy you did that burger thing with? I was like, yeah, that's him. But, all right, y'all. Shout out to my guy, Hank. And one more time, YouTube show, where can people find you? He already told y'all. Make sure you're subscribed.
Big Time Hanks is my daily vlogs that I got, and this Big Time Talks podcast that I got. I got a few podcasts that's going to be dropping here soon, and I got a surprise. I got an ex-Raiders coach that's going to probably be hopping up on there. So just stay tuned. Continue to subscribe, watch, and I appreciate all the love and support from you guys.
Appreciate Big Time Hank for pulling up here on the Raiders Report. Shout out to all y'all that made it this far in the video. And to make sure that he knows that y'all showed some love, give me some Hankins down below.
Yes.